Well, alrighty then, everybody. Hello and hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me again. As you see here today, we are back into the Space Engineers. Like I told you in the introduction, if you have watched that, there is a very excellent update to the game. And because of that update, it means that I'm going to have to go ahead and start over. There's many things I want to take advantage of, so I need to start over and do the game. It's not a big deal. It's well, sort of big deal. I spent many times getting to where I was. So yeah. This is not supposed to be Omega. This is Omega. My E key sticks every now and then for some reason. I don't know why. So if you are my friend, then this means that you can join my world up to 6 people at a time. Environment hostility, at times the game is going to just launch little meteors at you. It's not very fair, just here goes meteor, no big deal. This is the change I like the most. It used to be that you only had a certain number of asteroids and that's all you could deal with. Now there's infinite generating worlds and asteroids, so we're going to go ahead and put it on high density. There we go. In the mods, the only mod that I use for the game is just a GPS and waypoints mod. It just means I can set myself waypoints if I want, and then obviously the GPS is going to act just like the X, Y, Z coordinates. I like that very much. So here we go into advanced world settings. I want it to be survival only. I'm going to go ahead and bump up some of these things because I plan on doing quite a lot of recording. Realistic welding speed is slow. It is. I mean that. I mean that very seriously. It is slow. It is not very good. Not very good at all. So we go ahead and bump our objects up to 512. The world size now unlimited. Default cooldown. We're probably not ever going to run into problems with this, but that is for larger worlds. I'm going to go ahead and enable some of these things. My view distance down to 15 kilometers, just because for the recording I want it to be nice and smooth. And then, yeah, the biggie here is the auto trash removal. I don't want to be sitting around with lots of trash floating around with my 512 objects. So over here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose asteroids for our game. Easy start 1 and 2 means you have many resources. Lone survivor, you have an abandoned asteroid platform with no ships. You have to start from scratch, but it gives you the very essentials, but it gives you the platform. And that is kind of nice. The crashed red ship, again, you can just myrtleize the red ship from any of the resources. 2 platforms. So this is kind of a competitive 2-team multiplayer world that you start with. Empty world means that there is absolutely nothing in the world. And so it's primarily just for creative worlds. And then asteroid, you're just a rescue ship, and you has a small asteroid field that you start in. Now the thing that doesn't tell you there is that the rescue ship eventually it disappears. So you have to be prepared when you start in the world, because if you don't get the bare essentials that you need, then the ship despawns and then you are screwed. That is not a good thing, it's a bad thing. So little sip of coffee here real quick. Okay. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around right here and I'm going to turn off my gravity generator. And I'm purposely going to do that because of my fuel. I don't have very much fuel to start with. I have 7 days of fuel now. Originally, it would have been about 19 hours worth of fuel, which is just not very much. And so here, I guess it's going to start us off here near this asteroid. We're just going to take a little look around. So there's kind of hollow asteroid over there. Let's see what is. Oh, okay. So we had many nearby asteroids. Is kind of what this is telling us. So I kind of like this starting place. There's even more. Okay, so this is good. Okay, I likes this. I likes this. So just kind of looking around. I see some iron right there. Let's see over there. It looks like we have some platinum, maybe silver, some more iron. I see some gold right there. More iron. This asteroid over here looks kind of interesting, so we're going to go ahead and head in that direction. I kind of want my inertial dampeners off for right now so I can just coast. Turn myself up to about 15 kilometers here. We'll just kind of use up or save up some of the fuel. I'm interested in this asteroid right here because it has some dark spots on it, and that potentially means that it has some uranium. Yeah, we must have the uranium early on in the game, otherwise we die. that is not good. So, and now that we get a little closer, it doesn't quite look that way. This is an interesting asteroid over there. Quite a lot of iron. It looks like it's kind of hollowed out. So okay, we're going to go a little closer to this guy. he has some gold on him as well. Let's see, now we need to slow down so I don't slam into things. Okay, good. Going to get out of here. We open the door. Try that again. There we go. Open the door. I have problems with these doors. I'm going to myrtleize you, door. We're going to remove you from my ship. I don't like it. So, okay, so this is lots of iron right here. This is good. it looks like this is some platinum. Let's find out for sure. I need to get my tools out here onto my toolbar. So I'm going to have my grinder, my welder, and my drill. I usually only put the drill on one thing, and then, I mean, obviously I have to drill for thing. Okay, so this is silver right here. There's some nickel. Okay, so we're definitely going to need the nickel, and this is nickel right here. So I'm going to go ahead while we're close by. I'm going to chop off a couple pieces of the nickel real quick and just go ahead and let it get going. I need those for motors. I need those for other thrusters, engines, you know, for my ship. So yeah, I did not do a very good job of collecting those things right there. There we go. We get him. So now here in a little bit, we're going to go turn the gravity generator back on, and then we're going to use it to draw in these little things that you see running away from me as I mine. But ideally, we're not going to have to deal with this for very long, I don't think. Okay, we go back up here. Okay, so there's enough nickel. Let's float over here to this guy, because I see some gold. And I'm going to want some gold. I think that this is going to be iron. It's either iron or nickel. Gold, iron. We have some silicon down on the other side. Okay, so we're going to need that silicon. I'm going to get some of this gold while I'm here. Little bit of gold. Why are you flying away? You need to come back to me, gold. Don't run away. I love you. Okay, there we go. I think maybe one more hit of the iron. Or, no, the gold. I take another hit of gold. Come here, gold. Okay, good. Let's go find... Here's the silicon right here. So silicon is important to us because it is needed in the computers and in the motors, and yeah, it's generally a good thing to have on hand is the silicon. So there we go. Okay, so there's more. I take another hit of the silicon. Yeah. Come on. Where'd the big rock go? I didn't get a big rock? Oh, there it is. While we're nearby to this iron right here, I'm just going to take a couple hits of the iron. Because you're going to have iron for quite literally everything in the game needs iron. And so you cannot have enough of it, but it's very boring to go ahead and mine a lot of it early on. So I just take a couple hits here real quick. So this is a hollow asteroid. That is interesting. Let's go see what it is. Get my bearings on my ship, which I think is up over there. Okay, good. Oh, no, there it is. I just saw it. Where did it go? I just saw my ship. Okay. Let's go into the asteroid. We go into the abyss. Into here we go. Oh, it's going to lag for a minute, but it saves. That's okay. I needed to save the game. So, okay, we have iron in here. This is just kind of a big cavern. Let's get closer to this right here and see what it is. It has kind of a sheen. Do I have a light? I do have a light. You look like rock. Not that I am here. It's actually just rock. Just very boring. Okay, so that was nothing special in there. Let's go take a look at these other little things real quick. We'll just see if we can find some uranium. I don't ultimately... Oh, cobalt! Oh, we must have the cobalt. Cobalt is absolutely essential and necessary early on in the game and can be hard to find. So I'm going to take a couple more hits of the cobalt than the other things. You must have the cobalt for essentially everything that you need, so it's very good to have. Right here, look good. Yeah, come back here. Come back. One more hit of the cobalt, I think. One more hit off of him. Yes, there we go. Where did my big rock go? I lost my big rock! Okay, we take another hit. Another hit of the cobalt. There he goes. Gimme. Yeah. Okay, let's, so that's lots of iron on the big asteroid over there. I think we have looked at this guy already. Let's come over here because this is my ship. This is more nickel and gold. I tell you what, we just go into the ship. And we start the refining of these things that we have found, and maybe we go travel to a different asteroid to see if we can get... I died? How did I die? I don't know how I died. I hit the door too hard or something? I don't understand. I have never died like that before. That was interesting. That is okay. We come Hopefully my... Oh no, that's not true. My rocks are not going to be there. I just lost all of my rocks. But my body is still here. Can I loot my body? Can I loot you? No, I cannot loot you. That is sad. I have no idea how that I did that. I don't know how I died. That is interesting. Very interesting. Can I grind on you? No. No, can I mine on you? I can mine my body. Okay, enough messing around. That's okay. I need to... Oh, well, that is very sad. That was all of this mining I just did for no reason at all. Now I have to make you suffer to be mining some more. What is this again? This is silver? Okay, well, we take a hit of silver. Yeah, we take a little hit of silver. This over here was the nickel, which I do need some of the nickel. Nickel is very good early on in the game. I cannot find that rock, so we come over here. Little rocks. Let's get some more. Get some more. Get some more. There's more nickel. And get some more nickel. More. I don't know where they went. I lose my rocks too easily. I don't like that. This thing is a whole lot of nickel. I like that. I like how much nickel that you are. Okay, well, we take one more hit of the nickel. There is the nickels. Oh, I got my other rock back. Good. Gimme. Okay, we come and get another little bit of the silver. Silver is less necessary kind of early in the game. It's kind of a secondary thing. I don't need so much of it. Let's go up here to the gold. Yes, let's go to the gold. Let's go get some more of the gold. I need the gold. Gold is fairly essential throughout the entire game because you need it for computers. You don't need tons and tons of computers, but it's just generally good to have on hand is the gold. So that should do it right there. I do need some of the silicon that was over here. Silicon is very important. So we come over here and we get some of you. So here is the silicon right there. Gimme yum. Gimme yum yum. Gimme yum yum. Let's go get another little bit of silicon. I saw another rock that was just down there below me. Here you go. I come get you. You are mine. You are mine, rock. I got you. Okay, so let's see. There was also some cobalt nearby. I think he was maybe up here. Is that true? Were you cobalt up here? Let's go find it. I think you must be. No, you're lots of silicon. There's cobalt. Haha, I was right. I was right. There is the cobalt. Give me the cobalt. I pick you up before you fly anywhere. Give me that cobalt too. Oh, you go over this way. I want you. I want you. Give me. Thank you. Iron on the interior. There is some more of the silicons here. Oh, but what I really want is this cobalt. Gimme. Take a couple more hits of the cobalt, I think. You come here, rock. Rock, come here! There. Oh, I need another of this. Another of this cobalt. Good. A little bit of the iron, I think. There was some iron here. I kind of lost him. It's okay. Iron is plentiful. I'm going to get this floating rock right here. Good. There's the irons. We come and get you irons. Because we need so much of you. So the idea early on in this game is that I need to either establish myself a ship or a base. Or a station. It's not a base, it's a station. I need to establish myself one of those two things because this rescue ship is going to disappear. And that's just generally a bad thing. I don't really need to be left with nothing. If you watch the introduction, then this is going to be a little bit of a repeat of the introduction. But you cannot just start with nothing in the world because I can come out and I can get these ores, but then I die. And that is pretty much all that I am able to do if I start with nothing in the world. I just die. And the reason I die is because I has no way of regaining energies. And well, there's uraniums. Okay, well, this uraniums is going to be in the middle of this asteroid, I'm afraid. Or it could be on the back of the asteroid. Do I have my light on? There's my light. There's the uranium. Oh, give me the black rock. The black rock is life. I must have you. Uranium is life. Uranium is love. I lost that rock. That's okay. We get some more. Come here. Gimme. There's the rock. I need you. I need you, uraniums. Okay. And you look like gold. Oh, this is good. This is a good back of this rock. Gold and uraniums? Essentials. I get them. Okay. So, this time we hope I can get back into my ship without dying. I don't know how I did that, but it was embarrassing. Need to find my ship. There's my ship right there. Come here, ship. Come here. So I'm going to kind of use this ship, this spawn ship that we had to get more of the things before it disappears. And we're also kind of going to just strip the ship of all of the stuff that it has so that I can have materials and some of the thrusters. So here we go. We go into the ship now, I think. Can I not die this time on my way in? Awesome. Okay. So we come here to refine. So this is one of the big reasons right here why I can't just I cannot just start the game. I have to actually be able to take the things that I have and refine them. And that does not just show up anywhere. So I have to be able to have a refinery. And then to make the components, I have to have an assembler as well. And so in addition to needing a place to spawn, which is why this medical station is here, this is kind of extracurricular. I don't really need the gravity. But I have to have a way of regaining my energies, and then I also have to have a way to make the things that I'm going to need, which is why I need the refinery. So you can't just start with nothing. You actually have to have something when you start off with. So I'm going to let that stuff refine here for just a minute. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. More. Okay. So, one of the big things that I need to have early on is I need a drill. I don't really want to hand drill all of this stuff because that is so boring. I don't like that. So I'm going to take a big drill. We're going to put it there on my action bar, and now we're going to come back here to the refinery and see how we do. So we're down on the cobalts now. I have 900, almost 1,000 of the irons. Okay, so let's go. We fix up some of my floors first. I still don't know how I died, but whatever. I died. I guess that's what I need to take away. So out here on the front of my ship, we're gonna fix some of these blocks here real fast. We're just gonna weld them real quick so that they are fixed, and the engines. I guess I need to make sure my engines is okay as well. You need fixing, and you fix, and you fix. You're okay. Engine over here, okay? No, you need fixing. Oh. Well, that is sad. I need more of the... Okay, so I actually need to have a couple of the steel plates in order to place things. So we go back in here now, and what we do is we go to our assembler up here. We come to the assembler, and I go to the production tab on the assembler. So now all of these things are actually hooked up together, which is a convenient little thing that the game starts me off with. So I go to production tab here, and I'm going to go ahead and make 10 of the steel plates. It'll automatically move some of the iron over into this thing. And now when I go back to the assembler, here are my plates. So there we go. So in order to place blocks in the survival mode, I need to have steel plates so that I can build the frameworks for them. So I come back out here. I want to drill. I absolutely want one of these drills. So what we're going to do is so I don't blow it up with my my thruster there, which that's a real thing, by the way. You can actually be blown up by thrusters in this game. I'm just going to break this grid, and I'm going to break this grid right here. The steel catwalk is now mine. And what I'm going to do is below... Uh-oh, I lost my plate. That's okay. I don't need that window anyway. I don't care. Who cares about the window? I don't care. We come out here, and what we're going to do is using some of the keys, I'm going to spin my drill around until I can place it on the outside of my ship. And now I come here and I see what all that I need to build this. So I need quite a few construction components. I had some of the steel tubes, so I need 30 of the construction components, many of the plates. I need 8 of the small tubes and 12 of the large tubes. So we go inside, and we're going to start those in the making in the assembler. Here is what we're going to do. Because all of those things, so far, all they do is use iron. All they do is use iron. So here we go, we're in here. I have girders and bulletproof glass and some of the other these things. We're going to go ahead and put those into a cargo container. I have a small cargo container there. So here in the assembler, on the production side, what I need is I'm going to make 20 of those, and I'm going to make 20 of those. And now construction components take quite a long time to make, so I'm just going to go ahead and start on the making of those things. Now, I go back outside because I know I'm going to need some motors and I'm going to need some computers. And I don't know if I have all of the ores that I need for that stuff yet. So I need 5 motor and 5 of computer. Okay, so we go back in here. And Let's go back in here. Let's go back. Go back. Let's go back to the assembler, and now let's go see what it needs in the production tab to make the motor. So I has nickel, and I has cobalt, and I has iron. Okay, so I can make the 5. I'm gonna go ahead and make 10 of those motor. Okay, 11. That's fine. Actually, no. We go back and we make 10 of the motor. And now for the computer, I think I need silicon and gold, which I know I has both of. So I'm gonna go ahead and make 10 of those guys as well. So here we go. In my assembler. Uh-oh, that's a bad thing. That's a military transport. That's an evil. That's something that is not natively friendly to me. He is not friendly to me, so I'm afraid of him a little bit. Okay, so let's come over here. So when I click onto this thing, it immediately moves everything from my inventory into him that I has available. So I went ahead and I did that. So now we need to go back. What I really need is about 400 of the steel plate, and I don't know if I has quite enough iron for that. So we go look. We see how much of the iron I'm going to need. So if I shift and click, it's going to make hundreds of these things instead. I'm caught up on the motor because I don't have any of the nickel ingots. So what that tells me is in the refinery I have not done the nickel yet. So we're just going to move nickel in front of the cobalt real fast and let it go to town here, so it can make the things. Something else that I eventually will think about, and I'll come back here and show you. So these things kind of stick out the back of this ship right here. So this is the back of the refinery. This is the back of the, this is a conveyor on the back of the assembler. Here is my reactor. So this is where my original uranium, and then the uranium I mined a little bit ago is going to start off at. And then these are pipes that are going to connect things together, so it allows them to move. So in this case, this is the conveyor, and that does the work for everything. So this conveyor is hooked up into the refinery. It's hooked up into the assembler, which is hidden right in there. It's also hooked up by these pipes into that small cargo container, and also into over here into the refineries. This is a gyroscope. This allows the ship to turn. That's what I use to turn. Okay, so a meteor shower, that is a very bad thing. That means I'm about to get hit. So I'm going to get into my ship here real quick. We're going to move and hopefully miss this meteor storm, because that is a bad thing. That's going to hurt me if it lands. I think I just saw it go by me. There are the meteors right there. They're going, and there's another meteor. He just impacted on the rock where I kind of was. Okay, so there, we kind of cheated the meteor storm there. And now we're going to see if this actually launched off a large part of the rock. If it did, then I can go over there and I can harvest those things. So we are going to fly over here a little bit, but the little spot right there is where everything just impacted. Okay, no, it didn't actually knock anything off. Okay. Well, okay then. So I'm using up my energy of my reactor by flying around. So I'm going to attempt not to do that. Because I just moved around, I have a hand drill and things that are flying around. I don't necessarily care about that hand drill. That came from when I died. That was not very nice. We go back to production. So in the computer now I need both of the silicon and the gold. So I'm going to move the silicon here, and then I'm going to move the gold up front as well. No, I don't need the cobalt. I need the silicon and the gold is what I need. So we're going to let those things run here real quick. We're going to let that silicon get up to about 100, and then we're going to swap over to the gold so that we can start making all of the things. Good. Okay, so now I should have enough that I has one of these large drills that I can start to make. So I'm going to go move these things over into my inventory. Into the cargo, we're going to move those things that I don't need. And now you're going to have to make these plates. So I have already 100 of the plates, I think. So we're going to go out. We're going to add these components to... door, I'm just going to remove you. Since I already lost my glass here at the front, I'm just going to remove you, door, because I don't really like you. So now we're getting closer to being complete on the drill. All I need is the plates, the steel plates. And I am going to come over here and remove this door. I don't like you, door. You get in the way of everything. You're just obnoxious. Awesome. Door is gone. So now I come up here. Many of these parts I'm not going to use immediately, so they can go away. This is an interior plate. This is used primarily for things that make things look nice. Here is a display. That should be self-explanatory. So we put all that stuff in there. And now to you, assembler, I have many of the steel plates that are done, which is a good thing. This is a good thing. So now we go outside here, much easier without the door. And I'm going to go ahead and complete my drill. And now I go get back in my ship so that I can start to kind of collect. Now that drill is not hooked up to anything. It has its own cargo, and I'll show you how we do that now. So if I hit K to go into the menus here, then you see that I have these things, but the drill down here has a mass. I can carry 234,000 liters of things in there. Apparently that is pretty good. So what we do now is, since I have that drill, I hit G, and this is going to open up blocks that I can interact with. So what I want here is I want this drill. I'm just going to go put it over here on 1, and now I have to assign what it is going to do. I actually want to toggle that block off and on when I hit the number 1. So now if I go back inside of this, you can kind of see my drill just hidden over there. It's going to turn on and turn off. I go back outside of the ship now because it's easier for me to go ahead and do the mining. I think this way. So the first thing that I'm really going to need is some of this iron, and it just conveniently happens to be next to the gold over here. So I'm going to go over this direction, and now I'm going to maneuver my ship around so that I can go ahead and attack this irons right down here. So here we go. Let's see. Good. I'm way out here. Turn my drill on, and let's make sure I get all lined up with this down over here. There we go. And there we go. Good. So now I should be aiming at the iron down here. You see my render distance as it just changed right there. I want to go up just a little bit, I think. And now let's go ahead and aim in. Okay, good. This is good. We get close. We get close, I think. Okay, so there we are. Now you'll notice as I get close here. Yep, there it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of push my drill in. And now I actually am going to go ahead and go into the cockpit with this thing, because I am going to be able to see what the drill does as I move the ship around now. Somehow I'm worried that this is injuring me. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like I was just getting injured by the drill as I go into the irons. So I don't really want to go too deep into this guy just yet. I'm going to go take the iron first so I can go and start making steel plates. I'm going to need many of the steel plates early on in the game, so that's what I want. And then I know that there is some gold here just to the right of this, so if I back out just a little bit so I don't shear my drill off. And we're just going to go straight right, and here is voila, the gold. And now I will just run myself into this gold right here. I love the gold. I love the gold. Yes, come to me, gold. Come to me, gold. You are so good to me. See, and you saw just a moment ago as I tried to back away from these things, you saw these little blue flares on the right and left side of the screens. That is the what I was telling you about before. That is actually going to be the thrusters there, and that actually can do damage to me. So I want to try and avoid that if at all possible. So, okay. So what I really need now is I need to be able to go find that uranium again. I don't know if it's on the back of this or that asteroid. So what we're going to do is I'm going to construct a light on the front of my ship, because if I'm going to be out there in the back of an asteroid, I need to be able to see what I am doing. And since there's this piece of gold right here, I'm just going to go collect him. What I need is a light. So we're going to put a light out here on the side. So I'm going to go into my G menu here. We're going to do spotlight. And I'm going to go put the spotlight down here next to that. So here we go. Spotlight, obviously I want him to face this way. So now we put him down. He should be easy to build. I think a little bit of bulletproof glass. I had enough steel plates for you. I need some interior plate, construction components, steel tube, and I think only 2 of the bulletproof glass. Yes, that is true. So here we go. I go into the ship now. And actually, while I am out there, what I should do, if I was smart, I'm not very smart, Maybe I did not do this, but okay. So in here, you see that earlier on I was getting just very small numbers of the gold, like 2, 3, 4. Just that little bit already gave me 18,000 and 12,000 of the iron and the gold. So we're gonna go ahead and ferry now because I don't have that hooked up to any kind of system, and because the ship is going to go poof, I don't want to do that. We go ahead and ferry some of this iron here into the refinery along with some of the gold, I think, and that will be good. So now let's go pick up into the assembler because I'm going to need it to start on the making of some of the things. I am going to need some of this. I said large steel tubes. I was also going to need, I need 2 of the bulletproof glass. So if I take and right click and move an item, it allows me to go ahead and select how many of item that I need instead of just moving the whole stack, which is kind of a neat little thing. Let's go back to assembler because in here in the production I'm going to need to start making some of the things. So I'm going to shift click construction components and get 100. I'm going to shift click for a couple of those steel plates because I'm going to need many of these steel plates now, and then I'm also going to shift click for some of these interior components because I'm going to need many of those things as well. We're going to make a control click here. Control click is going to give me 10 of the motors and 10 of the computers. And now you see down here in the thrusters, I need many of these thruster things, and actually I need some of the platinum ingots. And I have not found any platinum yet. And that is okay, I think. It is okay because I has ship here that I can cannibalize and kind of make into my own. So now we go back out here. We're going to go ahead and construct on this everything that I can. I ran out of the interior components. It looks like I need 10 more of the interior components. So while I'm out here, then I'm going to go ahead and remove some more of this iron so that I can ferry the iron into the refinery in here. You notice just then that I was very close to the thruster. It did not get hurt. That's because the thruster is not actually doing anything right now. It's not pushing me in one direction or another, and that is actually a very important distinction that we need to make. So here I went in the assembler. I just moved my interior plates around so I can get what I want. I know that I only need to have 10 of them, so let's go into this guy here. I'm going to right click and drag so that I can take over 21 of those things because I only need 10 of these plates. My energy is at 80%, so I'm doing good there. And now we'll come over here to our spotlight, we increase, and we should be able to finish him. Good. And now I come down here to my drill. See how big okay, so I has lots of things. So I'm going to go ahead and take this gold, some of this gold that I had. So if I was actually moving this ship around and this thruster was doing work, then it would be damaging and killing me, which is kind of a bad thing. I'm sure you have figured that out by now. But right, for the moment it is not doing anything, so it is fine. Okay, there we put the gold into the refinery, so it goes ahead and goes to work. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to take this last little bit of gold out of him, and now we're going to go back inside of the ship. So here we go. Because I do not need this gravity generator anymore, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove him so I can take him for some parts too. So that little blue thing that just disappeared, that is what a display actually looks like. We go remove you. I don't need gravity anymore. Nobody needs gravity in this game yet. Too early for that. So we go and you see all of those parts I just got, so we go put them into the small of the thing. And now I go back here. Actually, the first thing I need to do is go find where my uraniums is at. I don't know where the uraniums is. Is it on the back of this asteroid here? No, that is not the one. Is it this? So there's some gold. I think if I remember right, the uranium was nearby to the gold. That is not the case here. This is going to be silicon and iron. Okay, so that is not the case. Let's go. Let's see how many asteroids I has. That one. I has this one here. It was not him. Maybe it's one of these over here. We go look. Maybe it is one of these. Just on the back of you. So what I really want before I start tearing this thing apart is I want to get a decent amount of the uranium. Okay, here it is right here. This is the back. This is the uraniums. Yeah, the uraniums is right there. Okay, good. Let's see where my ship is. Okay, so this is the asteroid. I think it is the topmost of them. Okay, so it's going to be to the leftmost. So we go up here to the ship. I want to get, before I start trying to build any of the things, I want to have the decent supply of the uraniums, and I want the supply of the uraniums so that I can have fuel early on, because I don't want to be worried about whether or not I have fuel. I want to be able to have enough of that. Let's go into my K menu. let's go to inventory, and then let's go look at, because the, say I'm up to 3.17. Okay, so that's okay. Ideally, I'm going to be in the 20 to 25 range before I start off trying to build the thing. So now let's go see. I think it was this asteroid over here. Actually, before I move in my G menu, I'm going to go ahead and get this spotlight and put it down here and then toggle the block on and off so that I can have it if I want it. Let's go over this direction and look at these guys. Let's see if we can find the uraniums over there. So that's a bunch of nickel. That's not what I want. So there is a block. It is called the ore detector, and I could make one of them, but it's kind of expensive to make, and so I'm trying to avoid having to do that early in the game and just waste my time on the ore thing, especially when I know. Okay, I think that this is. So there's my spotlight. You see me just turn the spotlight on. Let's come down to the bottom of this guy, and let's see what is on the bottom of him. Okay, so this looks promising. I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here and just verify that I am on the right asteroid. So with my little hand drill, it natively comes with, okay, so that's going to be the iron. The uraniums is actually over here. Okay. My little hand drill natively comes with the ore detector, but you have to be very close, I think within like the 15 meters. So, okay, so this is kind of exciting. We're getting going here. We're starting to get going. So I'm going to sit back in my ship, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut off this episode. So this will be episode 1. And it has a meteor storm, so I'm going to avoid that meteor storm first, and then after that, when I comes back, and then I will be drilling, I think, for the uranium. So I see you in a minute here, and you know, thank you for watching, and all that. Hopefully you join me for episode 2. I see you then.